Did you know there are two fundamental frequencies that govern your financial reality? Scarcity and abundance. And right now, you're broadcasting one of them. Not consciously, not intentionally, but constantly. Every thought you have about money, every emotion you feel around wealth, every belief you hold about what's possible for you, all of it is transmitting a signal into the quantum field. And that signal is either contracting or expanding. It's either closing doors or opening them. It's either repelling wealth or magnetizing it. Most people spend their entire lives broadcasting the scarcity frequency without even realizing it. And then they wonder why abundance never seems to find them. But here's what quantum physics reveals. Scarcity is not reality. Scarcity is programming. It's a learned pattern of observation that collapses quantum possibilities into experiences of lack. And if it's programming, it can be reprogrammed. You can shift from the scarcity frequency to the abundance frequency. And when you do, your entire financial reality must change to match. Because that's just how quantum mechanics works. Welcome. Today we're exploring the quantum physics of scarcity versus abundance. We'll uncover why scarcity feels so real, even when it's an illusion. How scarcity programming gets installed in your subconscious, and the specific frequency signatures of scarcity versus abundance. Most importantly, we'll walk through the exact process for reprogramming yourself from lack consciousness to wealth consciousness at the quantum level. This isn't just about positive thinking or reciting affirmations. This is about understanding the actual electromagnetic frequencies you're broadcasting and learning to shift them deliberately. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which frequency you're currently on, and you'll have the tools to shift to the abundance frequency permanently. This could be the most financially transformative 25 minutes of your life. So, let's begin. First, let's understand what scarcity actually is. Scarcity is not a fact about the world. It's a perceptual filter. It's a lens through which you interpret reality. When you operate from scarcity consciousness, you perceive resources as limited. You see life as a competition for finite goods. You believe there's not enough money, not enough opportunity, not enough time, not enough for everyone. And this perception creates a very specific electromagnetic signature. Scarcity consciousness broadcasts at low frequencies. Think of emotions like fear, anxiety, grasping, and competition. These feelings generate electromagnetic waves that extend beyond your body and interact with the quantum field. And here's the critical part. The quantum field responds to the frequency you're broadcasting by collapsing probabilities that match that frequency. So when you broadcast scarcity, the field delivers experiences of scarcity. Not because scarcity is real, but because you're observing reality through a scarcity filter, and at the quantum level, observation creates reality. Now let's look at abundance consciousness. Abundance is the recognition that we live in an infinite universe, that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed, that the quantum field contains unlimited potential, and that resources are not finite, but are constantly flowing. When you operate from abundance consciousness, you perceive life as generous. You see opportunities everywhere. You trust that what you need will appear when you need it. You believe there's more than enough for everyone, and this perception creates a completely different electromagnetic signature. Abundance consciousness broadcasts at high frequencies. Gratitude, trust, generosity, collaboration, expansion. These emotions generate electromagnetic waves that interact with the quantum field in a fundamentally different way. The field responds by collapsing probabilities toward abundance. Opportunities appear. Resources flow. Synchronicities multiply. This isn't magic. It's quantum mechanics. You're broadcasting a different frequency, so you're receiving a different reality. But here's what most people don't understand. You didn't choose scarcity consciousness. It was installed in you. It was programmed into your subconscious before you were old enough to even question it. Let me explain how this happens. Between the ages of 0 and 7, your brain operates primarily in a theta wave state. Theta is a highly suggestible state. There's no critical filter, no analytical thinking, just pure absorption of information from your environment. During these years, you observed the adults around you. How did they relate to money? What emotions did they express around wealth? What beliefs did they verbalize? If your parents constantly worried about bills, you absorbed scarcity. If they fought about money, you absorbed that money creates conflict. If they said things like, money doesn't grow on trees, or we can't afford that, or rich people are greedy, you absorbed these as fundamental truths about reality, not as opinions, but as facts. And these facts became the foundation of your financial operating system. This is quantum programming. Your subconscious mind, during those formative years, was like a computer receiving its base code, and that code determines which frequencies you broadcast as an adult. If the code says resources are scarce, you'll broadcast the scarcity frequency automatically, without conscious choice. It's just running in the background, filtering your perceptions, shaping your expectations, and creating your experience. And here's the challenging part. Even if you consciously want abundance, even if you set goals and take action, if your subconscious is programmed for scarcity, you will sabotage yourself, because your electromagnetic field is still broadcasting lack. And the quantum field responds to your actual frequency, not your conscious desires. This is why people work hard but stay broke. Why they get close to success and then self-destruct. Why abundance feels foreign and uncomfortable even when they intellectually want it. The subconscious programming is stronger than conscious will, but it's not stronger than conscious reprogramming. And that's what we're going to do. Let's identify the specific markers of scarcity consciousness. See how many of these you recognize in yourself. Scarcity consciousness says, there's not enough to go around. If someone else wins, I lose. I have to compete for limited resources. Money is hard to make. I'll probably never be wealthy. Rich people got lucky or did something wrong. The world is unfair and the deck is stacked against me. I need to save every penny because I might not get more. Spending money makes me anxious. I focus constantly on what I don't have. I resent people who have more than me. I compare myself to others and always come up short. I believe I have to sacrifice my values or health to make money. I think wanting more is greedy or selfish. If you resonate with several of these, you're operating from the scarcity frequency. And that frequency is why abundance hasn't manifested yet. Not because you're unlucky, not because you're not trying hard enough, but because you're broadcasting the wrong signal. The quantum field is delivering exactly what you're asking for: scarcity. You've been asking for it with every fearful thought, every anxious emotion, every limiting belief. But now that you see the program, you can change it. Stay with me, because in the next part of this video, we will begin the reprogramming process. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Now let's contrast that with the markers of abundance consciousness. Abundance consciousness says, the universe is infinitely abundant. There's more than enough for everyone. Someone else's success doesn't diminish my potential. Money flows easily when I'm aligned with my purpose. I can create wealth in infinite ways. Wealthy people followed principles I can learn. Opportunities are constantly available. I trust that resources appear when I need them. Spending money on growth and joy feels good. I focus on what I have with gratitude. I celebrate others' prosperity as proof of what's possible. I recognize my unique value and worth. I can be successful while honoring my integrity. Desiring abundance is natural and healthy. Do you see the difference? It's not just semantics. These are fundamentally different ways of observing reality. And at the quantum level, observation is creation. When you observe abundance, you collapse quantum probabilities toward abundant experiences. When you observe scarcity, you collapse probabilities towards scarcity experiences. Same quantum field, same infinite potential, different observation, different results. Let's go deeper into the quantum mechanics of this. Everything in the universe, including money and opportunity, exists as waves of probability before observation. The quantum field contains all possibilities simultaneously. Financial abundance is there. Financial scarcity is there. Both exist as potential. Your consciousness is the mechanism that collapses potential into experience. And your consciousness collapses based on your dominant frequency. If your dominant frequency is scarcity, you literally cannot see abundant opportunities. Your reticular activating system, the part of your brain that filters information, is tuned to scarcity. So you notice every bill, every expense, every person who has more than you, every confirmation of lack. Meanwhile, opportunities pass right in front of you invisibly. Resources that are available go unnoticed. Pathways to wealth remain hidden, not because they're not there, but because you're not observing the frequency where they exist. This is why two people in identical circumstances can have completely different financial outcomes. Same economy, same education, same opportunities. But one person observes through abundance lens and sees possibilities. The other observes through scarcity lens and sees limitations. The abundant observer takes action on opportunities, creates value, receives compensation. The scarcity observer misses opportunities, plays small, receives lack, and both believe they're seeing reality accurately, but neither is seeing objective reality. They're both seeing their observation of reality. And observation is filtered through programming. The good news is, programming can be changed. And when you change your programming, your observation shifts. When your observation shifts, the quantum probabilities you collapse shift. When the probabilities you collapse shift, your experienced reality shifts. It's physics, not wishful thinking. Change the frequency, change the reality. So how do you identify which frequency you're currently broadcasting? Here's a simple test. Close your eyes for a moment and think about money. Just the concept of money. What happens in your body? Do you tense up? Does your stomach tighten? Does your breath shallow? Do you feel heavy or anxious? If yes, you're in scarcity frequency. Your nervous system is interpreting money as a threat, danger, something to fear. Or do you feel expansive? Does your breathing deepen? Does your chest open? Do you feel light or excited? If yes, you're in abundance frequency. Your nervous system is interpreting money as opportunity, safety, something to enjoy. Your body doesn't lie. It's a perfect biofeedback system for your electromagnetic frequency. And once you know which frequency you're broadcasting, you can begin the reprogramming process. The reprogramming process has 3 phases: interruption, installation, and integration. Let's go through each one. Phase 1, interruption. You must first interrupt the automatic scarcity programming. This means catching yourself in scarcity thinking and consciously stopping the pattern. Every time you think, "I can't afford that," interrupt, replace with, "How can I afford that?" Every time you feel jealous of someone's wealth, interrupt, replace with, "Their success proves what's possible for me." Every time you worry about money, interrupt, replace with, "I trust resources flow to me." This is not about denying reality. If you genuinely cannot afford something right now, that's factual. But the question, "How can I afford that?" opens possibilities. The statement, "I can't afford that," closes them. You're training your brain to look for solutions instead of confirming limitations. You're interrupting the automatic scarcity response and creating space for a new response. Phase 2, installation. Once you've interrupted the old pattern, you install a new one. This is where you consciously choose to observe abundance, even if you don't fully believe it yet. Especially if you don't fully believe it yet. Because belief follows behavior, not the other way around. You install abundance frequency through specific practices. First, daily gratitude for what you already have. Gratitude is the highest frequency emotion. When you feel genuinely grateful for the money in your account, the food in your fridge, the roof over your head, you're broadcasting abundance. You're telling the quantum field, "I have enough, I am blessed, I live in prosperity." And the field responds with more to be grateful for. Second, generous giving from wherever you are. Scarcity hoards, abundance circulates. When you give money, time, or resources generously, You're making a powerful declaration. I have more than enough. I trust more is coming. This breaks scarcity programming at the deepest level. Third, celebration of others' prosperity. When you see someone succeed financially, celebrate genuinely. Feel happy for them. Study what they did. Recognize it as evidence of what's possible. This shifts you from competition consciousness to abundance consciousness. From there's not enough to there's plenty for all of us. Fourth, visualization of your abundant life in present tense. Not someday when I'm rich, now. I am abundant now. I have more than enough now. Money flows to me now. See it, feel it, embody it. This is not pretending. This is quantum observation. At the quantum level, the abundant version of you already exists. It's a potential reality in the probability field. When you observe it consistently with emotion, you collapse that probability into your timeline. You're not creating something that doesn't exist. You're selecting from what already exists in potential. Fifth, taking action from abundance consciousness. This is critical. You can't just think and visualize. You must act as an abundant person would act. Abundant people invest in themselves. They take calculated risks. They speak with confidence about their value. They make decisions from possibility, not fear. They dress, move, and communicate as people who expect success. Start acting this way now. Not fake it till you make it in a dishonest way, but genuinely experiment with how would I behave if I truly believed I was abundant. Then behave that way. Action creates evidence. Evidence creates belief. Belief reinforces action. Upward spiral. Phase 3. Integration. This is where the new programming becomes automatic, where abundance frequency is no longer something you practice, but something you are. Integration happens through repetition and embodiment over time. You cannot reprogram decades of scarcity conditioning in 1 week, but you can reprogram it in weeks or months of consistent practice. The key is consistency. Every day, interrupt scarcity thoughts. Every day, practice gratitude. Every day, give generously. Every day, celebrate others. Every day, visualize abundance. Every day, act from abundance consciousness. And gradually, your subconscious receives the new program. Your electromagnetic field shifts permanently to abundance frequency. Your nervous system stops reacting to money with fear. Your perception starts seeing opportunities you couldn't see before. Your decisions align with wealth creation naturally. And your external reality begins reflecting your internal shift. This is not magic. This is neuroplasticity. This is electromagnetic field coherence. This is quantum probability collapse. This is how reprogramming works. Science, not spirituality, though it feels spiritual when it works.
Now, let's address the quantum field dynamics between scarcity and abundance. Because understanding the mechanism makes the practice more powerful. In quantum field theory, everything is energy vibrating at specific frequencies. Thoughts are energy. Emotions are energy. Money is energy. And energy of similar frequencies is attracted to itself. This is called resonance. When you broadcast scarcity frequency, you resonate with scarcity in the field. You attract experiences, people, and circumstances that match lack. Not because the universe is punishing you. But because resonance is a law of physics. Like attracts like at the energetic level. So you notice the economic problems. You meet people who complain about money. You encounter obstacles and setbacks. You experience the quantum field delivering what matches your frequency. Scarcity. Conversely, when you broadcast abundance frequency, you resonate with abundance in the field. You attract experiences, people, and circumstances that match prosperity. You notice opportunities, You meet people who think abundantly, You encounter synchronicities and support, You experience the quantum field delivering what matches your frequency, Abundance, same field, same potential, different frequency, different results, This is why changing your frequency is the single most important thing you can do for your financial life, More important than education, More important than connections, More important than strategy, Because frequency determines what you can perceive, and therefore what you can access, You cannot receive what you're not vibrationally aligned with, A radio tuned to FM cannot receive AM signals, You tuned to scarcity cannot receive abundance signals. You must shift the dial, Change the frequency. Then suddenly, abundance becomes audible, visible, accessible. Let's talk about specific scarcity patterns and their abundance counterparts. Scarcity pattern 1. Hoarding. People in scarcity consciousness hoard resources. They're afraid to spend because they don't trust more is coming. Every purchase feels like loss. So they accumulate but never enjoy. Save but never invest. Hold but never circulate. This creates stagnation. Energy that doesn't flow becomes toxic. Money that's hoarded stops growing. The quantum field interprets hoarding as I don't trust you. So it stops sending more. Abundance pattern 1. Circulation. People in abundance consciousness circulate resources. They spend joyfully on things that add value. They invest in growth. They give generously. They know money is like water. It must flow to stay fresh. Stagnant water becomes poison. Moving water brings life. When you circulate money, you're telling the quantum field, I trust there's more. Send more. And it does. Scarcity pattern 2. Comparison. People in scarcity consciousness constantly compare themselves to others. They see someone with more and feel less than. They see someone with less and feel superior. Either way, they're defining their worth relative to external measures. This keeps them locked in lack, because there will always be someone with more. Comparison is the thief of joy and the destroyer of abundance frequency. Abundance pattern 2. Celebration. People in abundance consciousness celebrate uniqueness. They recognize that every person's journey is different. Someone else's wealth doesn't diminish their potential. Someone else's struggle doesn't elevate their worth. They celebrate all success as evidence of what's possible. They support all growth as expansion of collective abundance. This keeps them in high frequency because celebration is joyful. And joy magnetizes more joy. Scarcity pattern 3. Competition. People in scarcity consciousness see life as zero-sum. Your gain is my loss. If you get the job, I don't. If you make the sale, I lose the client. If you succeed, there's less success available for me. This creates aggressive, defensive, exhausting energy. It's based on the false premise that success is finite. But at the quantum level, Success is infinite. New possibilities are constantly emerging. Abundance pattern 3. Collaboration. People in abundance consciousness see life as positive sum. Your gain can be my gain too. Your success creates opportunities for me. Your wealth expands the field for everyone. We can all win together. This creates generous, supportive, energizing dynamics. It's based on the truth that quantum potential is unlimited. When two abundant people collaborate, they don't split the pie. They make the pie bigger. Much bigger. This is exponential growth. Only possible in abundance consciousness. Scarcity pattern 4. Emergency thinking. People in scarcity consciousness live in constant emergency. Everything is urgent. Everything is a problem. Everything feels like survival. This keeps them in fight or flight, nervous system activation. Stress hormones elevated constantly. Which actually shuts down the prefrontal cortex, where creativity and opportunity perception live. They literally cannot think clearly enough to see solutions. Scarcity creates the very desperation that prevents escape from scarcity. Abundance pattern 4. Strategic thinking. People in abundance consciousness approach challenges calmly. They see problems as puzzles, not threats. They know solutions exist. They trust their ability to find them. This keeps them in rest and digest, nervous system activation. Growth hormones active. Prefrontal cortex fully online. They can think creatively. See opportunities. Make wise decisions. Abundance creates the very clarity that allows more abundance to flow. Scarcity pattern 5. Victim mentality. People in scarcity consciousness believe external circumstances control their financial fate. The economy. Their boss. The government. Their education. Their background. Their bad luck. They feel powerless. Which broadcasts a signal of powerlessness. And the quantum field delivers experiences that confirm powerlessness. Because that's what they're observing. Abundance pattern 5. Creator mentality. People in abundance consciousness know they create their financial reality. Not by controlling external circumstances. But by choosing their response. Their attitude. Their focus. Their actions. They feel empowered. Which broadcasts a signal of empowerment. And the quantum field delivers experiences that confirm empowerment. Opportunities. Resources. Support. Because that's what they're observing. Do you see how this works? Every pattern of scarcity has an abundance counterpart. And you can choose, moment by moment, which pattern to embody. This is free will at the quantum level. You cannot control what happens. But you can control how you observe what happens. And your observation determines your next experience. Here's a practice that will shift your frequency immediately. Right now, wherever you are, take a deep breath. And look around you. Find 3 things you have that many people in the world don't. Maybe a phone or computer to watch this on ... Maybe a roof over your head. Maybe food in your kitchen ... Maybe health in your body ... Maybe people who love you ... Maybe skills you've developed ... Maybe experiences you've enjoyed ... Find 3 things ... and feel genuine gratitude for them ... Not intellectual acknowledgement ... Actual feeling ... Let appreciation fill your chest ... This is abundance frequency. Right now, you're broadcasting abundance ... The quantum field is receiving your signal ... Hold this feeling for 30 seconds ... Breathe it into every cell ... This is not a temporary trick ... This is actual frequency shifting. Your electromagnetic field just changed ... measurably ... If you could see it, you'd see your field expanding, brightening, harmonizing ... And when your field changes, your reality begins changing to match ... Not eventually ... now ... The quantum field is already responding ... Already rearranging probabilities ... Already collapsing new possibilities into your timeline ... This is the power you have. The power to shift frequency instantly ... And when you shift frequency, everything shifts.
Now I want to give you a 7-day quantum abundance activation protocol. This is a structured practice for reprogramming from scarcity to abundance at the deepest level. If you commit to this for 7 days, you will notice measurable shifts in your perception, opportunities, and circumstances. Not because you're manifesting through magic, but because you're changing your frequency systematically. And changed frequency means changed reality. That's physics. So here's the protocol. Day 1, Scarcity Inventory. Today you identify all the scarcity patterns running in your subconscious. Get a journal. Write down every limiting belief you have about money, every fear, every anxiety, every comparison, every resentment, everything. Be brutally honest. This is not to reinforce scarcity, this is to see it clearly. What's unconscious controls you. What's conscious can be changed. So make the inventory complete, then read it aloud. Hear yourself speaking these beliefs. And after each one, ask, is this actually true? Or is this just programming? Most of what you wrote is programming, inherited beliefs, absorbed fears, learned limitations. Recognizing this is the first step to freedom. Day 2, Abundance Vision. Today you write your new story. On a fresh page, write, "My abundant life looks like this," and describe in detail, present tense, first person, as if it's already true. What does your bank account say? Where do you live? What do you do for work? How do you spend your days? How do you feel in your body? Who are you surrounded by? What impact are you making? Write until you feel the vision viscerally, until it feels real in your imagination. This is quantum observation. You're looking at a timeline that exists in potential, and by observing it with clarity and emotion, you're beginning to collapse it into experience. Read this vision 3 times today. Morning, afternoon, evening. Each time feel it as already accomplished. Your subconscious doesn't distinguish between imagined and real. When you feel it now, your nervous system responds as if it's happening, and your nervous system generates electromagnetic signals. Those signals interact with the quantum field. Probability collapse has begun. Day 3, Gratitude Immersion. Today is all about gratitude. Every hour on the hour, stop what you're doing. Find 3 things to appreciate. Could be anything. The breath in your lungs, the device you're using, the sun shining, the water you drank, the skills you have, the kindness someone showed you. Speak them aloud or write them down, and feel genuine appreciation. By the end of day 3, you'll have found approximately 50 things to be grateful for. And gratitude is the master key. It shifts you from lack consciousness to abundance consciousness instantly. Because when you're grateful, you're acknowledging what you have, not focusing on what you don't have. This is observation of abundance, and the quantum field responds by giving you more to be grateful for. This is not wishful thinking. This is documented neuroscience and quantum physics. Gratitude changes brain chemistry, increases dopamine and serotonin, activates parasympathetic nervous system, generates coherent electromagnetic field, and coherent fields attract matching experiences, abundance. Day 4, generous giving. Today you give money, time, energy, or resources. Choose something meaningful to you. Maybe donate to a cause you care about. Maybe pay for someone's coffee. Maybe help a friend with their project. Maybe share your skills freely. The amount doesn't matter. The energy matters. Give from genuine joy, not obligation, not guilt, joy. Because giving from joy says, I have more than enough. I trust abundance. I participate in circulation. This breaks scarcity programming at the root. Scarcity holds tight. Abundance lets go. When you give, you're practicing being abundant. And your subconscious receives new information. Wait, we can give and still have enough? This must mean we're abundant. The program starts updating. Give today. Give joyfully. Give without expecting return. Watch what happens to your frequency. Day 5, abundant action. Today you act as an abundant person would act. Choose one thing you've been putting off because of scarcity consciousness. Maybe it's raising your prices. Maybe it's applying for a better job. Maybe it's starting that business. Maybe it's buying that course. Maybe it's having that conversation. Whatever it is, do it today, not recklessly, strategically, but from abundance, not fear. Ask yourself, what would I do if I knew abundance was my natural state? Then do that. Action is powerful. Action sends signals to your subconscious. When you act abundantly, your brain concludes, we must be abundant. Why else would we act this way? And it starts reinforcing abundance programming. Neural pathways strengthen, new patterns form, behavior leads belief, not the other way around. So act abundantly. Even if you don't fully believe yet, especially if you don't fully believe yet, your belief will catch up. Day 6, celebration practice. Today you consciously celebrate every manifestation of abundance you notice. Your own and others. Someone shares good news about money, celebrate. You find a coin on the street, celebrate. You receive an unexpected discount, celebrate. Someone gets a promotion, celebrate. You see expensive cars driving by, celebrate. Every single evidence of prosperity in the world is evidence for you. Proof that abundance exists. Proof that the quantum field delivers wealth. Proof that you can have it too. When you celebrate, you're aligning your frequency with wealth. You're saying yes to abundance. You're tuning your receiver to the prosperity channel. And the more you tune in, the more you receive. This is not about being fake positive. This is about genuinely recognizing and appreciating wealth wherever it appears. Celebration is high frequency. Joy is magnetic. Practice celebrating all day. Watch your perception shift. Day 7, integration and declaration. Today, you bring it all together. Reread your abundance vision from day 2. Feel how much more real it seems now after 6 days of practice. Then write a declaration, a commitment to yourself. It might say something like, I am abundant. I choose abundance consciousness. I broadcast abundance frequency. I attract abundant experiences. I trust the quantum field. I celebrate all prosperity. I act from wealth consciousness. I am grateful for all I have. I give generously. I receive gracefully. I am the creator of my financial reality. Write your declaration. Make it personal. Make it powerful. Then speak it aloud. Look in a mirror if possible. Speak with conviction. This is not affirmation. This is declaration. You're announcing to yourself, to your subconscious, to the quantum field, who you are now, not who you want to be. Who you are. And declarations create reality, especially declarations made with 7 days of practice behind them. 7 days of frequency shifting, 7 days of new programming, 7 days of quantum alignment. This declaration seals it. After these 7 days, continue the practices daily. Gratitude, giving, celebration, abundant action, vision review, these become your maintenance protocol, your abundance operating system. And over weeks and months, you'll notice profound changes. Not just in your bank account, though, that will change too, but in your entire relationship with money, opportunity, and possibility, you'll feel different. More relaxed, more trusting, more open, more creative, more powerful. This is abundance consciousness. This is what it feels like to broadcast high frequency. And from this frequency, wealth flows naturally. Not through force, through alignment, through resonance, through quantum field dynamics. This is how it actually works. Change the frequency. Change the reality, always, inevitably, scientifically. Let me share a critical insight that ties everything together. Scarcity and abundance are not about how much money you have. They're about how you relate to what you have. You can have $1 million and operate from scarcity. Constantly worried about losing it, hoarding it, afraid to spend it, comparing to people with more, feeling like it's not enough. That's scarcity consciousness with a large bank account. Or you can have $100 and operate from abundance, grateful for it, trusting more is coming, spending it joyfully on what matters, celebrating others' wealth, feeling like it's enough for now. That's abundance consciousness with a small bank account. The amount is not the frequency. Tentar novamente e continuar, the relationship to the amount is the frequency. This is liberating, because it means you don't have to wait until you're wealthy to practice abundance consciousness. You can practice it right now, with whatever you have. And when you practice it now, you create the frequency that attracts more. Many people think, I'll feel abundant when I have money. But it works the opposite way. Feel abundant now, and money comes to match the frequency. This is not about pretending you're rich when you're not. This is about genuinely appreciating what you have, trusting what's coming, celebrating what's flowing, and acting from that trust, that appreciation, that celebration. This is the frequency shift that changes everything. And here's something profound about the quantum field. It doesn't judge, it doesn't moralize, it doesn't decide who deserves abundance and who doesn't. It simply responds to frequency. If you broadcast scarcity, you receive scarcity. Regardless of how good a person you are, regardless of how hard you work, regardless of your intentions, the field responds to electromagnetic signals, not moral worth. And if you broadcast abundance, you receive abundance, regardless of your past, regardless of your mistakes, regardless of your starting point. The field doesn't care about your story. It cares about your frequency. Right now. This moment. And this moment is the only moment you can change. So change it. Shift your frequency now. Not tomorrow. Not when circumstances are better. Now. Here's a powerful reframe that helped me shift from scarcity to abundance. I stopped asking, how do I get more money? And started asking, how do I become a person who naturally attracts money? The first question is about strategy and action at the physical level. The second question is about identity and frequency at the quantum level. And identity determines frequency. Frequency determines what you attract. So I focused on becoming abundant, not having abundance, being abundance, embodying the frequency, living as if I already was what I wanted to become. And as I became it, energetically, it manifested physically, not overnight, but steadily, undeniably, inevitably. Because when you are abundant, having abundance is natural. When you are the frequency, receiving the matching experience is physics. Let me address a common concern. Some people worry that focusing on abundance is selfish or materialistic, that spiritual people shouldn't care about money, but this is a false dichotomy. The scarcity mindset masquerading as spirituality. True spirituality recognizes that everything is energy, including money, and energy itself is neutral. Money is not good or evil, it's a tool. What matters is your relationship with it, your consciousness around it. Operating from abundance consciousness is actually more spiritual than operating from scarcity. Abundance is trust. Trust in the universe, trust in divine provision, trust in the flow of life. Scarcity is fear. Fear of not enough. Fear of losing what you have. Fear that God or the universe won't provide. Which is more spiritual? Trust or fear? Abundance or scarcity? The answer is obvious. So, if you care about spiritual growth, develop abundance consciousness. Not for the money itself, but for the frequency of trust, gratitude, generosity, and faith that abundance consciousness embodies. That's spirituality. That's alignment with truth. And here's the ultimate truth. You are not separate from the quantum field. You are an expression of it. The field is infinite abundance, unlimited potential, boundless creativity, eternal flow, and you are that, experiencing itself through human form, which means abundance is your nature. Scarcity is the illusion, the learned pattern, the false belief. When you shift from scarcity to abundance consciousness, you're not becoming something new. You're remembering what you've always been. You're returning to your natural state. Abundance is not something you achieve, it's something you allow. By releasing the programming that blocks it, by shifting the frequency that repels it, by observing the reality that reveals it. It's already here, already available, already yours. You just have to tune in, dial the frequency, open to receiving, and let it flow. So here's my invitation to you. For the next 7 days, commit to the Abundance Activation Protocol. Do the practices. Notice what shifts. Pay attention to your thoughts, your emotions, your opportunities, your circumstances. Keep a journal. Write down everything you notice, every synchronicity, every shift in perception, every moment of feeling different. This data will prove to you that frequency shifting is real, that consciousness creates reality, that you have power over your experience. And once you have that proof, once you've experienced it yourself, you'll never go back to scarcity consciousness, because you'll know the truth. You'll have seen it, felt it, lived it, and truth, once known, cannot be unknown. Let me end with this. Right now, in this moment, you're broadcasting a frequency. Scarcity or abundance. Contraction or expansion. Fear or trust. And that frequency is creating your next experience. The quantum field is responding. Probabilities are collapsing. Your future is forming. So choose, consciously, deliberately, powerfully. Choose abundance. Not because you have a lot of money, but because you recognize the infinite nature of the universe. Because you trust the flow of life. Because you appreciate what you have. Because you celebrate what others have. Because you give generously. Because you receive gracefully. Because you act from possibility. Because you believe in your creative power. This is abundance consciousness. This is high frequency. This is quantum alignment. And from this place, wealth is not something you chase. It's something that finds you. Because you've become the frequency that magnetizes it. If this video shifted something in you, leave a comment sharing which scarcity pattern you're releasing and which abundance pattern you're installing. Subscribe to this channel for more quantum truth about wealth, consciousness, and reality creation. Share this with anyone ready to reprogram from scarcity to abundance. And remember, You are not a victim of economic circumstances. You are a quantum creator, broadcasting a frequency. Change your frequency, change your life. It's not metaphysics, it's physics, quantum physics, and it works. Every single time, without exception. Abundance is your birthright. Scarcity is the program. You can delete the program. You can install abundance. You can live as the wealthy, generous, trusting being you were designed to be. Starting now, in this moment, choose abundance. Feel abundance. Be abundance. Welcome to quantum prosperity. Welcome to your natural state. Welcome home to abundance consciousness.